Hi everyone, welcome to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast, your daily audio summary of the latest news reported in the Ukrainian media. We are doing our best to provide you with our daily episodes. In case it won't be possible due to power outages or missile strikes, don't worry, we'll come back to you as soon as we can. Meanwhile, you can support us by sharing information about the podcast, rating us in the apps, and by subscribing to our Patreon, following the link in the description to this episode. If you are not ready to commit yourself to monthly payments in support of the podcast, no problem. You can just send us a one-time tip via PayPal. The link is also in the description to this episode. My name is Artem, and here is the news. For 324 days last the Russian invasion of Ukraine. This morning, Russia launched another missile attack against Kyiv, reports Ukrainska Pravda. Residents inform about at least 4 explosions. The officials confirmed the attack and that an infrastructure object has been hit. This time, the air defense alarm ran out after the explosions. Some of the media speculate that the capital of Ukraine may be under the attack by ballistic missiles. The alarm continues. President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky in his video address informed that the tough battle for the Donetsk region continues. This includes battles for Bakhmut and Soledar, for Kreminna, for other towns and villages in the east of Ukraine. He stressed that although the enemy has concentrated its greatest forces in this direction, Ukrainian troops are defending their positions. Zelensky separately thanked units who defend Soledar and Bakhmut and inflict heavy losses upon the enemy. According to the officials of the armed forces of Ukraine, fierce fighting for the town of Soledar in the Donetsk region continues. The Ukrainian defense forces do not give up their positions, reports Interfax Ukraine. They didn't confirm previous information from Russian sources and by the independent experts that Russian troops have captured large parts of the city. Germany plans to announce its decision on the supply of tanks to Ukraine next week, reports Deutsche Welle. According to the Bloomberg source in the German government, Berlin will make a decision before a meeting of senior defense officials in Ramstein format on January 20th. Another source told Bloomberg that Germany is increasingly required to supply tanks to Ukraine by its allies and will likely do so. According to the Italian defense media RID, Rome has already taken a decision to transfer the battery of the SAMP-T anti-aircraft missile system to Ukraine, reports Interfax Ukraine. The publication said that the Italian military were reluctant to send these systems to Ukraine as they themselves have only 5 of these. But US President Joe Biden's call to the Italian Prime Minister decisively changed Rome's position. The media point out that the system is a result of French-Italian cooperation and its future transfer to Ukraine is good news, as it will be tested in combat conditions, thus be more attractive for potential buyers. President of the European Commission Ursula von der Leyen announced the allocation for Ukraine of the first tranche from the annual aid package in the overall amount of 18 billion euros, reports Interfax Ukraine. Other tranches are expected to be allocated monthly throughout 2023. She also said the platform of international donors created by the EU and the G7 will be launched in January. Ursula von der Leyen said that it will help coordinate support for Ukraine and ensure that reconstruction combines reforms and investment because this paves the way towards membership in the European Union. She informed that the board of the European Commission will visit Ukraine in early February. The Prime Minister of the Swedish Presidency of the European Union, Ulf Kristersson, added that the first oral assessment of Ukraine's fulfillment of the conditions as a candidate country for the European Union will be given this spring and the main formal one in the autumn. The Ukrainian parliament, the Verkhovna Rada, deprived MPs Viktor Medvedchuk, Taras Kozak, Andriy Derkach, Rinat Kuzmin and Andriy Aksionov of their mandates, reports Slovo i Dilo. Earlier, these pro-Russian MPs were deprived of Ukrainian citizenship. Currently, they are suspected of treason. We call on you to demand from governments of your countries to impose the toughest sanctions possible on Russia and its citizens to stop their invasion of Ukraine.